Here we go. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Wise One channel. I'm your host, Lady Caren. How are you guys doing today? Did you miss me? On the Wise One channel, we do a free tarot card, a free one-card tarot reading for a question that isn't medical. A question for love, a question for business, a question like if you should move, or a question just for general. I'll be using the Sacred Circle Tarot deck by Anna Franklin and illustrated by Paul Mason. The fun part is they are not affiliated or associated or anything like that. It's just the tarot deck that I use because it's the one that I have that makes more sense. I tried to sell the other ones at one point. Somebody gave me, but I think she just wanted to use them again. But these work. It is Tuesday. The good Tuesday. Thursday is Thursday. So today, is that what day? What was it? I forgot what Tuesday was. That's why it's easier for me to have Google. I can just Google it. Okay. Is what God day? Tuesday is a good day. Tuesday is dedicated to Lord Can't you believe that is in India? Hindu god. Each day, week dedicated to a Hindu god. So I got a question. I'm sure there's a history of it, but I mean, I'm sure it's probably the Romans. But if we were to call China, it's supposed to be the other side of the world, our other side of the world, or Australia, or Russia, or India, and we said, hey, I'm going to call Tuesday to set up an appointment, they would know what Tuesday was. So, culturally, all around the world, we have 7 days of the week. So we each have a morning and we each have a night, except for those people like in Alaska or the north, where it's you may have a day for 3 months or a night for 3 months. So for the rest of us who have, do we really have 24 hours in a day? The 11th hour is the 24th hour, so it turns to 12, becomes the new day. So do we really have 24? We have like 23 hours, and then we add that 360 some hours into like every 4 years or something. We lose like something. I'm feeling like we're getting gypped out of our time. That we planned it out with an expectation that you get 24 hours, 7 days a week, um, 28 to 31, roughly 28 to 31 days in a month, depending on the month. I know you get 28 days. Every month has 28 days in it, but whether or not it has 31, now that's tricky. Um, yeah. Uh, but each of those days have, and then we get that, and we get so many moon phases. Everybody gets them all around the planet. Mostly everybody gets them all around the planet. Are we getting chipped with our expectations? I mean, what is and what we expect? How would our life be? How would we run it? I mean, would it be a 9 to 5 job? So, where did what was so consistent with time that we decided to take means to measure it? It was occurring again and again and again, and humans were there for 200,000 years, and somebody would have noticed and pointed it out and shown others, hey, look, the sun keeps rising. But it seems like it rose this time, the concept of time, yesterday. Or wasn't it earlier? Didn't we see the sun sooner than we did? Or the birds would go off on singing territorial and doing their morning routines. Somebody had to have noticed this for 200,000 years. Civilization or not, somebody had to have noticed this. Why pick 7 to measure out that that's a week and just block it up? Because you just got a continuous day before winter starts or before the harvest starts. So you could have broken it up back then somehow in 8 days. We could have had an 8-day week. We could have had a 10, even it all out. Why 7? Where did that come from? That'll probably be tomorrow's discussion. You will put that down. All right. Okay. Okay, so the first, I gotta put up some more. I kind of want to tell everybody about my daughter's concert that's going to be, or my son's concert. One of them. They're having a concert. I think it's a school concert on YouTube, but that's probably not a good idea to tell everybody. All right, so where did the concept for only, I mean, the planetary concept, but they don't just show up on every Monday. The moon doesn't show up on every Monday. It shows up every night or every day through a rise and a moonrise and a moon set. It's a daily thing. So why only celebrate Moon Day on Mondays? I mean, I know it came to the planets, but it's not like Tuesday a certain planet showed up and Thursday, Saturday, Saturn showed up. Just would be in the sky to see every Saturday. So why break it up into 7? That is the oddest. Okay, then. Okay. Jump to Tuesday. Rise of fasting on the day dedicated to, there you go, Mars. Yeah, Mars. Tuesday. Worshipping Hindu gods. Which day is for which god? Some worship, is it Ganesh? niche on Tuesday to get rid of Kuja Dash. Dos. Dash. Dos. Dash? Is it a soft O? Hard O? Sankadara. Cha. Truth. Truth. True? True. Truth? Looks like truth. Tooth. Truth. Is that a truth? A truth. Tooth. Truth? Falls on Wednesdays and is considered to be auspicious the fourth day after. Ah, cool. Okay. What is the day of the week dedicated to particular Hindu god? Make sure I say this correctly. English. Don't worry. If it's in English, I'll slaughter it anyways. It's not because of any particular language that I would slaughter anything. Your half-deaf people like myself will slaughter them all. English, Spanish, probably ASL. Okay, so I need, the white's gotta get something. Okay, got, Tuesday, Mars. I have one new follower on Instagram. That is intriguing. Do I want to know? Should I get sucked into Instagram? The official. Jonathan Davis started following me. That the official? Really? Cool. Corner. Just like, yeah. Okay. Since you didn't ask a question, how are you doing today, Aurora? This is your personal channel. I'm sure more followers will come about because I have another subscriber, but sure, why not? This morning, you are a devoted fan and I love you. I just figured it's you. The High Priestess is on one is reversed. It's not a good or bad thing. I just add. Okay. The High Priestess. That's gorgeous purples. And looks like Daisy, not the sunflower. Okay. Or is it the sunflower? It's the sun, the priest, the High Priestess. Journey of the Fool. It's funny because that's where he starts his journey. Journey of the Fool. In this card, primal energy, the green man has begun to take form. Journey of the Fool, the High Priestess can mark the stage when the Fool becomes aware of the fact that of his own. Basically, when you look in the mirror and realize it's you in the mirror. All right, reversed meaning. You find it difficult to express yourself. Perhaps you think that no one will be interested in what you have to say. That's just not true. You need to work on your self-image. You are lacking in confidence and constantly putting yourself down. What is it that makes you this way? Perhaps the past people have criticized you and didn't appreciate your talents. You have developed a habitual negative response to the situation, which is not helping you solve your problems. You tend to react to the situation and the feelings of anger and helplessness. These negative thoughts patterns are standing in the way of your development and happiness. You must learn to let go. You may need the help of another to do this, perhaps a counselor, therapist, or spiritual advisor, or even a superior at work. Look at yourself as you are now. You have a lot to offer. Perhaps In the past, other people have helped to destroy your confidence, but only you are responsible now for what you feel and what you do. Take responsibility for yourself and shape yourself in the person you want to be. That's an interesting one. We can use that as a topic today. How do we shape our confidence? Maybe we've watched others who we love show no confidence. Think about these things. Okay, so best thing to do when shaping your confidence is to start with you. You are not alone, and there's many people, many living around. So what you can do is we're going to do I'm going to do my 5 breathing exercises, and if it's safe for you to do so, you can breathe with me. I wouldn't know how it's not safe, but I'm not in everybody else's situation. So considering everybody, let's keep you safe. If it's safe to do so, I'm going to take 5 deep breaths. I'm going to breathe in through my nose if I can. It's really mucusy today. And I'm going to get it so that it hits the back of my throat so you can really hear nozzily. And then I'm going to fill up my bottom lungs. That's so that you get the stomach, making it look like a balloon. And then I'm going to expel it nice and slow, pushing with my diaphragm. So I'm going to take a nice deep breath in, straightening up my spine. Breathe out, relaxing. Breathe in. Breathe out and let go. Breathe in. Nice and slow, breathe out. Breathing in. Breathe out. And breathing out, letting everything connect to what's safe and around you. That was fun. Confidence. Confidence, if you don't have it, is a practice. It's a muscle. It's an emotional muscle. You have to practice that. Whether or not you're good at it, if you want it, practice it. So, why we get negative is probably a survival technique. We have no idea how powerful you are as a person. We all are as people. Everybody is extremely powerful, beautiful, strong, and it's in there. How we view ourselves is how we let others view us too. So best is to start small, practice small, and it'll be new. So with all new things, we have 101 emotions that we go through when we try something new. Work through those emotions and don't let go of the goal. Thought you want to gain confidence. I wondered about fake confidence versus real confidence for so long. People are overconfident or they don't really believe in themselves. They fake it till they make it. You don't have to do that. I mean, if you don't have the confidence, know that you can gain the confidence and then you will have it. It's not good enough for somebody else. They're not the ones with or without that confidence. You're the one with that confidence. That's yours. Individual power. Trust me. You have, as a living being, you have this beautiful connection of love, connection of light, connection of yourself in here. Even if you hid it under wrappings and wrappings and wrappings of some gothic emo thing, but we fight it. Even if it's romantically beautiful and you get a result from having low confidence, you were going to get a result from having a low confidence, whether it's beat somebody to the punch so that the pain doesn't come from somebody you love. I've done that. Why are you talking bad about yourself? It's like, why are you upset you didn't get the chance to be the one to put me down? Like you didn't notice that I already knew the things you were going to tell me, like why you should do this or that. But then you realize that if you stay consistently confident, they'll get used to it as a new norm and they will go through 101 of their emotions. If you believe in it, test it. All things will test that belief and they'll stay there. And you stay with it or you let it grow. Not hold on to it till it's crumbled and crushed, but so that it grows, that confidence grows. Because it's funny to watch. I watch these people who practice like the Japanese sword, and they sit here and they're all like holding on to their peace, and they're like, I'm staying peaceful, I'm staying serene, and I'm just gonna stay in that meditative state. And then I watch somebody who's native, and they're just nice flow, calm, meditative state, and they do their action. And I'm like, they're not gripping like I have to stay calm. I have to stay in the state of preserve, of meditation and peace. Otherwise I lose it and I lose all my stuff. They kind of just flow with it. It grows. It's like that electric current. It's just constant. And it keeps going and it keeps flowing and it keeps growing. And that's what you ride on. Like the sea coast, the flow of the way things flow around this globe. And the seeds grow from that wind and that constant flow, like your brain. How quick and how fast a single spark of electricity moves a message that you need to take a heartbeat, a secondary message in your body involuntarily. Taking a breath in and taking a breath out so that you continue to live. So you flow that natural state as if you've been confident this whole time. You believe in the fact that you can do it. Take small practices every day. Take confidence that I know you've got so much to go, but I don't know anybody who grows and gains confidence looking at how far they have to go if they don't take a look at how far they've been. How disabled I was 10 years ago versus same situation. The situations are going to continue. But, like the fact that you're going to get sick with, say, the flu, or food poisoning. You didn't know, when you ate that taco burger. Just an example. That didn't happen to me. I ate eggs and got food poisoning. That's just stupid. But the thing is, if I freak out that I'm not going to, and I had a bad experience. My mom tried to feed me black tea, which is like a stimulant. So that only, like, another lack of terms, angered the fact that my stomach was upset from food poisoning. My grandma saved me. She's like, no, don't give her black tea. Teas are great. Black tea is a stimulant. It's like caffeine. It's your equivalent of your coffee. Black teas, do know. So the thing is, it's not like I'm never going to get food poisoning again, but I'll know to take a Brad's diet, which means, like baked potatoes, with no flavor or seasoning or anything, gastrally easy food, no seasonings, toast, plain toast, don't butter it, just soft, easy food that doesn't hurt the stomach, that basically, just goes in and doesn't upset the stomach. Like baked potatoes and toast and just like plain rice, mushed up, plain, oatmeal with nothing in it. So it's not like I can escape a situation where I didn't have confidence, where I didn't have knowledge, and where I didn't have some sort of mental, emotional, or physical skill to handle the situation that I'm in. But that same situation 10 years ago would have debilitated me. And it's what I knew back then, or didn't know back then. I wasn't given certain skill sets. I hadn't gone through counseling. I hadn't gone through all the things that I knew. And my parents before that hadn't gone through all that before that, And so we learned. So now it's like if you're in a situation where you had a flat tire and it was horrible, doesn't mean that you're ever going to be in a situation without a flat tire again. But the second time, you're going to have a tire handy. You're going to have an iron handy. You're going to have AAA. You're going to have OnStar. You're going to have, make sure your battery is charged on your phone and that you have like a signal booster. You're going to be prepared. It means you learned. There are some people who aren't. After like the 100th time of somebody coming and bailing them, all they know how to do is call a friend frantically going, oh my God, my tire, I'm on the side of the road. I'm alone. It's nighttime. Oh my God, what do I do? So confidence is that slow exercise of how we build our reaction to what we do. We know whether or not things are going to happen in or out of our control. Control is an illusion. What we can control is the self-discipline of how we react and how we handle ourselves in our environment. That's your confidence. That's what you're going to grow. That's a core. The diaphragm, the solar plex, and it grows from your solar plex and your confidence. Those sports people, with the tennis players that grunt, they grow that solar plex, that push that diaphragm, Cheops, the Cheops and those things, that grows. The fact that we're going to grow We're going to do physical acts of straightening up our backs, strengthening up, our back muscles, strengthening our core physically and mentally, realizing if we don't got it, we can figure out what to do about it. We can find resources. We can break it up so that we can identify what it is we need and we can go get it. We've been there before. We know what works. We know what doesn't work. I'm in this situation and I know I need to go get a job, and that's why I've been job hunting. I have confidence. And also, I noticed another thing that shows confidence is speaking from the diaphragm. That kind of strength allows us to be heard, allows us to hear ourselves as well, because it vibrates through our whole body when we speak with our diaphragm, when we sing with our diaphragm, when we connect. That's a part of residual energy within ourselves. This part I know from my experience. I am not trained. And if you have a trained professional telling you otherwise and it sounds a lot better than what I'm saying, go with a trained professional. Disclaimer there. But I'm telling you what works for me to gain confidence, gain trust within myself, is to look at how far I've been before I look at the future, because I don't know where I am, or I'm unsure of, or I'm taking a look at this new place that I'm in right now. Looking at a presence of who I am while I'm facing the world, while I'm facing things that are rather difficult, that, and it's okay to break down and cry. Makes it very difficult to do a YouTube job. But it's okay to have those emotions. It's what I want to do with those emotions is to have them, move on. And it doesn't mean that, if you're having feelings where you're unsure or something and you need to reach out and your support system is all of a sudden not there because, they went psycho. um, or you trusted the wrong support system. You can find professional support system. If you need me to put in the links, I will put in the links. I should probably just put in links. So depending on your situation. So yeah, you're not alone. A lot of people don't have confidence. There are times where I don't feel like I have confidence, but I know, as weak as I feel, that I can go find, seek out, and learn. Because there's always going to be something new. It's like I've told my youngest. Cute, adorable. She's like, "You're a grown-up, mommy. Don't get scared." Because she was afraid to approach an adult. That I was standing right there next to her, and it was okay to approach. Um, and there shouldn't have been. She was just nervous about talking. Um, because she didn't know them as well. Once she gets to know somebody, because it's apprehensive to talk to strangers that we don't know. There's so much, that we don't know, and that can scare a person. She didn't seem to realize that adults get scared too, that adults get apprehensive about new environments and new people and new things and new jobs and new, situations and new living places. And, you get your certain things in check. But, yeah, don't be scared. Be okay. To tell somebody not to be scared seems ridiculous. Yeah. I'd like to say that you're not alone, and we are here. We're all together. And a lot of people have confidence, and a lot of people know what they're doing. And a lot of people don't know what they're doing, and they're doing it anyways. And that's okay. And, you know, what else do I want to say about this? Let's see. Talk about trained professionals. Let's see what the internet has to say about gaining confidence. Gaining confidence in yourself. Ooh, let's try that one. There's an ad. There's an ad. And then, nope, this looks like a new one. Okay. 10 things you could do to boost your confidence. Entrepreneur. The entrepreneur.com article. Okay. Visualize yourself as you want to be. That's a good one. If you're able to visualize, you should visualize. Visualize. Affirm yourself. You're gonna have to explain affirm yourself, like an affirmation. Like I can do this. Do one thing that scares you every day. I don't think that's good advice. Do one challenge a day. That's do one thing that you may not feel comfortable with. Not so much scares you, but I think something outside your comfort zone. Something new. A new thing. I used to be outside my comfort zone all the time. All the time. They're like, I don't like doing this, but I do it anyways. Question your inner critic. Yeah, I do that a lot. I go like, do you have any proof? Take 100 days of rejection challenge. I'm scared of what that means. Um, maybe you should gain a tool of what to do with rejection when you get it. Set yourself up to win. That is a good one. Set goals that are attainable. Set attainable goals like when you're training a dog, it doesn't have a verbal communication with you, nonverbal. So your emotional state is pretty much nonverbal either. So your inner and their confidence comes from your emotional and your mental tune. So a dog, teaching a dog, or traditionally we've just went, oh, let's just teach dogs. Train any animal, train any living being of something like, say, the sit command. And they master the sit command, but then you teach them the one paw command and they're not getting it, not getting it, not getting it. It's disheartening to not get something somebody's trying to teach you. So you go back to, okay, sit. They get that treat, and then you go back to trying to teach them nice and slowly, bit by bit, you know, the paw, give me a paw command until they get it. You know, you go back to this, you know, try it again and again and again. Okay, try the sit command. You know the sit command. Let's do something you do know. So you get to something that you do know you can do. And then you set the bar a little higher. Like when you're sleep deprived and you got a baby and you're, you know, something attainable, like take a shower, is a huge challenge. But washing your hair in the sink, while you're sitting there towing the baby and you're not leaving them unattended in a car seat, but or a bouncer or something like that. But you're sitting there just, toe tapping on, with the baby while the baby's there. Or if the baby's asleep, quick, wash your hair in the sink. If you can do that, that's attainable. Taking a whole production of running water, being able to get naked, because the phone rings the first moment you're naked and that water is running. But take 5 minutes because it's slower because you're sleep deprived. It's not so easy to just hop in the shower for a lot of people. But that's attainable. That's something you can get. That's something you have. That's something in your daily that will make you feel better. Is to wash your hair. So, tomorrow you can try, or later in the day you can try if you have help, somebody helps you, and you can, or the baby's sleeping and the baby has slept last week for 15, 20 minutes. You can hop in the shower, later on that day if you want to try it again. Even though you've washed your hair, you could still wash up the rest of you or something. It's you may be able later on that day to take a shower. You may be able to the next day set the goal to take a shower. You can set up to have somebody watch your kid. Because it's not going to be easy when you're sleep deprived. Nothing is easy when you're sleep deprived, unless you practice sleep deprivation from the get-go. Like, it's just your life. You're just a sleep deprived person. There are exceptions to every rule. So, attainable goals. Set yourself up to win. Help somebody else. That is always good. Not so much like, you need help, I'm here to help. A lot of times people will ask if they can help you. And I will automatically say, I don't need help, but I can find something if you need to be the one helping. It is something I've been doing last couple of years, because it feels good to help other people, and I know that feeling. I don't want to deprive it from somebody else if they need to help. There's a lot of things I can do on my own, and I'm like, oh, I got this. And, it doesn't help. It doesn't hurt to create, like, okay, well, you guys are, it's hard to do when I'm multitasking and cooking. But if I'm just cooking and the kids want to help out, okay, you guys, let me get you a thing of flour and you can pour the flour into here, let me get this and you can do that, work together. Care for yourself. Everyday routines. If you do something routinely, it's a nice security, emotional blanket. It's just just to build up a routine, just to build up and the fun part about that, the sarcastic fun part about that is that it could be taken away from you. Somebody comes in new in your life and you're camping in the Andes and you can't quite get your cup of coffee, but you depend on that routinely to get and wake up. Or, like I said, you're sleep deprived and taking a shower makes you feel more human. Something can interrupt that and take that away. So depending on that is hard. But creating a way to make sure that you have the food that you need to eat, the sleep that you need for you to function, creating, with by the time I got the fourth child, I tried to, if you have a good support other person, you do it in shifts, depending on work and stuff. So, like, they take the first shift at night, where they're up till midnight, and you get up at midnight, and you're up till 6 o'clock in the night, 6 o'clock in the morning. You're up, and they sleep from midnight to 6 or something, midnight to 4. 4 hours sleep, whatever it is. But it makes it easier throughout the days if you go to bed a little bit earlier, or they get up and then get up at like midnight and go throughout the day. It's difficult, but taking a shift like that, is amazing for sleep deprivation. Like, so they cover the feedings in the middle of the night when you're normally sleeping, and you cover, the morning. So it's important. I mean, like, if you realize it's important for you to get your sleep in order to function at work, what's the reason that your partner shouldn't be functioning at home? She still has to, the person who's the homemaker still has to function to feed and care for your child. I mean, you don't want to be like the nurse that gave the person the saline solution, or, switched it with because they were too tired. It was not a saline solution. It was like, say, penicillin or something, to a person allergic to penicillin, thinking that they're giving them a saline solution and a drip bag. Sleep deprivation is not a pretty thing. So if you have the ability to make sure your partner who's taking care of your kid is doing okay, take it. And don't make it worse. Make it better. All right. Yeah, so care for yourself. 12 killer actions to boost your self-confidence. Zen habits. 25 killer. Why would they say killer? 5 ways to build your self-confidence. Stress management, mindful tools. Mindtools.com. Self-confidence is understanding that you trust your own judgment and your abilities, and that you value yourself and you feel, yes, this is true. 8 proven ways to boost your self-confidence. YouTube Top Think. 5 secrets to boost your confidence. How to build a chef chat. Practical ways to improve your confidence and why you should. Improve your self-esteem. 8 ways to reach your goal. That is an ad. Okay, build your confidence by skillsyouneed.com. Confidence. Positive thought, thinking of others. That's a practice. Positive thought is, some people naturally have it, or are skilled with it, or just naturally talented with it. And with any talent, you practice it. Practice over and over again. Like, I can do tarot cards. Doesn't mean I shouldn't practice tarot cards. If I want to do, So I just have to learn, there's more to it than being able to just throw down accurate, like, this is what's really going on. This card shows you what's really going on. There's more to it. There's more to yourself too. But confidence, that practice 5 times a day of talking with your diaphragm and do, or hi, good morning. I need to let you guys go. I'm on live. If you want to show up, you don't have to. They can see if you want to say hi. This is Watch Me Now Princess Channel. What's your nickname? You don't have a nickname. She's tired. Hi, everybody. This is Tired. Just got class. So we're going to get you up for class. You too, Heather. Okay. You have beautiful ears. It must be your highly advanced, intelligent brain of yours. Okay. But yeah, if you don't get it at the first time, don't stop trying to have confidence in yourself. Do you have more confidence now? No. uh, do you have more confidence later in the when you're awake? Okay. I will let you guys go because we got breakfast at school. All right. Love, 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 love you guys. Do you want to tell everybody you love them? Bye.